Hello, Steelers fans. Today we bring you some news that could impact the first game of the season for our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. We're talking about Kyle Pitts, the star of the Atlanta Falcons, who is dealing with a hamstring injury just before the matchup against the Steelers this Sunday. Falcons head coach Raheem Morris informed the media that Pitts injured himself a couple of weeks ago, and although he's been limited in practice, the good news is that it doesn't seem like the injury will keep him out of the game. However, his condition will need to be monitored throughout the week. Kyle Pitts, a first-round pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, is a player who can really make a difference on the field. Standing 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing 246 pounds, and boasting an incredible 4.44-second 40-yard dash, Pitts showcased his talent in his rookie season with over 1,000 receiving yards. However, injuries and quarterback issues have prevented him from reaching his full potential over the last 2 years. But make no mistake, the Falcons are hoping Pitts will once again be a key piece in their aerial attack, especially now that they have Kirk Cousins as their quarterback. Alongside another first-round talent, wide receiver Drake London, Pitts poses a serious threat to any defense. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin himself acknowledged how dangerous these two players are. Drake London and Kyle Pitts are matchup problems. Both are big players who can win jump balls and are vertical threats. They're first-round picks for a reason, and their talent is undeniable. We have to be very careful with how we handle those matchups, Tomlin said. For now, the Falcons will continue practicing on Thursday and Friday, giving Pitts 2 more chances to fully participate before his status for the game is decided. But keep in mind, the fact that he's limited in practice could work in the Steelers' favor, as he might not be at 100% if he does play. This game will be a battle of strength, and the Steelers must be ready for anything. Do you think Pitt's injury will be a decisive factor in the game? Leave your comments below. Rookie defensive lineman Logan Lee has made a significant change that has caught the attention of both fans and experts. Lee, who wore number 74 during training camp and preseason, has now switched to a number with a much richer history and legacy, number 91. This change isn't just about aesthetics or personal preference. In the NFL, 2 players at the same position cannot wear the same number during the season. Since second-year offensive lineman Spencer Anderson was already using number 74, Lee had to make the switch. The only exception to this rule occurs during the preseason, where players can share numbers as long as they play on opposite sides of the ball. With the regular season approaching, the adjustment became necessary. Number 91, which Logan Lee will now wear, is far from ordinary. It has been worn by some of the most iconic figures in Steelers history. Among those who have donned this number are Hall of Famer Kevin Greene, known for his impressive career as a linebacker and his ability to pressure the quarterback, and Aaron Smith, a member of the Steelers' honor roll, whose presence on the defensive line was crucial during his time with the team. Additionally, former Steelers player Stephon Tuitt also wore number 91, making significant contributions to the team's defense. Wearing this number means Lee not only has big shoes to fill but also becomes part of a rich defensive tradition. Logan Lee was selected by the Steelers with the second pick of the 6th round, 178th overall, in the 2024 NFL Draft. It's notable that Lee is the first player from Iowa the Steelers have drafted since selecting linebacker Mike Humple in the 2008 draft. This connection to Iowa adds an extra layer of interest for Steelers fans, who will be closely watching Lee's progress. During his time at Iowa, Lee proved to be a consistent and solid player. In his junior season, 2021, he started all 14 games on the defensive line, accumulating 48 tackles, 5 for loss, 3 sacks, and 1 pass defended. In 2022, Lee continued his stellar performance with 54 total tackles, 8 for loss, 3 sacks, 3 quarterback pressures, 3 passes defended, and 1 fumble recovery. His ability to stay on the field and make key plays made him an essential part of his college team. Over his 5 years with the Hawkeyes, Lee recorded a total of 41 starts and 43 appearances, amassing 158 total tackles, 18.5 for loss, 9 sacks, and 7 passes defended. These stats not only highlight his consistency and skill on the field, but also suggest that Lee is ready to tackle the challenges of the NFL. This number change is more than just a simple adjustment. It's a sign that Logan Lee is ready to step into his role on a Steelers defense with a rich tradition and high expectations. The team's followers are eager to see how he adapts to the new number and how he continues to develop as a key player on Pittsburgh's defensive line. Without a doubt, number 91 will carry great expectations, and we look forward to seeing how Lee becomes an integral part of the Steelers' defense in the upcoming season. Trayon Burks was selected in the first round of the 2022 draft by the Tennessee Titans, making him one of the most promising players of his class. However, despite his high potential, Burks has struggled to establish himself as a reliable receiver in the Titans' offensive scheme. According to Bleacher Report analyst Christopher Knox, Burks has had difficulty demonstrating consistency on the field, which has led the Titans to consider the possibility of a trade. In Tennessee, Burks faces tough competition. DeAndre Hopkins, Tyler Boyd, and Calvin Ridley are the Titans' top receivers, and with Hopkins' recent injury, Burks' situation could become even more complicated. If Hopkins makes a quick recovery, Burks might be further relegated, increasing the likelihood of him being available for a trade. The Pittsburgh Steelers have shown interest in improving their receiving core during the past offseason. They considered several players like Van Jefferson, Quez Watkins, and Marquez Callaway, but none of those moves materialized. Now, Burks appears as an attractive option due to his potential and the possibility of acquiring him at a relatively low cost. Standing at 6 feet 2 inches and possessing a physical presence on the field, Burks could add a new dimension to the Steelers' offense. His size and athletic skills make him a valuable target in the passing game, especially in red zone situations or on deep routes. Additionally, Burks is under contract until 2025, with a fifth-year option for 2026. This would give the Steelers the opportunity to evaluate him over at least one season before deciding whether to exercise that additional option. The recent injury to DeAndre Hopkins in Tennessee could be a decisive factor in Burks' future with the Titans. If Hopkins recovers and returns to form, the Titans might have less need to retain Burks. However, if Hopkins' recovery is complicated or if the Titans decide it's time for a change, Burks might be on the trading block. Moreover, Burks' contract situation makes him an appealing option for the Steelers. With a contract in place through 2025 and a fifth-year option, the Steelers would have the chance to assess Burks on the field and determine if he is a key piece for the team's future. Currently, the Steelers have only 5 receivers on their 53-man roster and 3 more on the practice squad. This leaves room to add a player like Burks, who could provide a valuable alternative to players like Calvin Austin III. Arthur Smith's offensive scheme could benefit from Burks' skills, especially in situations requiring a physical and reliable receiver. Additionally, the connection between Coach Smith and former Titans coach Mike Vrabel, who played a key role in Burks' selection in 2022, could facilitate Burks' integration into the team. So, fans, stay tuned to the news because the Pittsburgh Steelers might be on the verge of making a significant move that could enhance their passing game. Adding Trayon Burks could be the change the team needs to elevate their offense and provide new options for the quarterback. What do you think about this potential addition? Do you believe Burks would fit well with the team? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on your favorite Steelers.